violent murders, plane crashes, and a bizarre curse that keeps killing musicians at exactly 27 years old. You know their songs. Now find out how they died. Michael Jackson. The king of pop wasn't killed by age or illness. He was killed by his own doctor. In 2009, his personal physician administered a lethal cocktail of sedatives, including propofol, an anesthetic meant for operating rooms, to treat his insomnia. Jackson went into cardiac arrest and never woke up. His doctor was convicted of involuntary manslaughter. All that money, and it bought him the worst healthcare imaginable. Liam Payne. In 2024, Liam Payne fell 45 feet from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires. Forensic reports show alcohol, cocaine, and antidepressants in his system, a combination that causes disorientation and blackouts. He likely never knew he was falling. 2 men are currently facing charges for supplying him the drugs. Marilyn Monroe. In 1962, she found dead at 36 in her LA home. Cause? Barbiturate overdose. Whether it was accidental or intentional, nobody knows for certain. Conspiracy theorists blame the Kennedys. The evidence blames the pills. Elvis Presley. He once flew his private jet across the country just to eat a single sandwich. 8,000 calories of fried peanut butter, bacon, and jelly. That tells you everything about where Elvis was headed. In 1977, he died on the bathroom floor of Graceland from a heart attack, accelerated by years of prescription drug abuse. Amy Winehouse. She sang, "They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no." In 2011, that line stopped being ironic and became her epitaph. She was found dead in her London home. Cause? Alcohol poisoning. She was 27, another member of a club nobody wants to join. Whitney Houston. The greatest voice in pop history, according to Tony Bennett, found dead in her hotel bathtub in 2012. Cause? Accidental drowning. With cocaine intoxication and heart disease, the voice that could shake arenas, silenced in a bathtub. Tupac Shakur. September 7th, 1996, leaving a Tyson fight in Las Vegas. A car pulled up and emptied 4 bullets into his chest. He held on for 6 days, then gone. The case went cold for nearly 30 years until 2023, when the alleged ringleader was finally arrested. Biggie Smalls. In 1997, 24 years old, Brooklyn's finest, a Grammy nomination, a collab with Michael Jackson, and a murder that remains unsolved to this day. The East Coast-West Coast rivalry likely got him killed. We'll probably never know who pulled the trigger. Frank Sinatra. He lived hard, drank harder, and smoked his whole life. Made it to 82, which is honestly impressive given the lifestyle. Died of a heart attack in 1998. No mystery, no conspiracy, just decades of damage finally catching up. John Lennon. December 8th, 1980, outside his apartment in New York. A fan who wanted fame waited for him, shot him twice in the back, and when the doorman asked what he'd done, he smiled and said, "I just shot John Lennon." Lennon was dead on arrival at the hospital. The world found out during Monday Night Football. George Harrison survived a stabbing in his own home in 1999. The attacker couldn't finish the job. Lung cancer from a lifetime of smoking did what the knife couldn't. He died in 2001. Freddie Mercury, one of the most electric performers who ever lived, died in 1991 from complications from AIDS, just one day after publicly confirming his diagnosis. Today, antiviral treatment means HIV no longer has to be a death sentence. For Freddie, it came 30 years too early. Prince. Decades of performing took a brutal toll on his body. He was managing chronic pain with what he believed was prescription Vicodin. It was counterfeit, laced with fentanyl, 100 times stronger than morphine. He collapsed in an elevator at home in 2016. He had no idea what he was taking. That's what killed him. David Bowie. Released an album in January 2016, died 10 days later of liver cancer. He kept his illness so secret that even his bandmates didn't know. He spent his final years making music instead of seeking sympathy. Arguably, the most dignified exit on this entire list. Kurt Cobain. Stomach pain led to depression. Depression led to heroin. Heroin led to an overdose in Rome, then rehab in California, then escape. He made it back to his home in Washington State. He was 27 when it ended in 1994. He left behind a daughter, a band that defined a generation, and more questions than answers. Marvin Gaye. The day before his 45th birthday in 1984, Marvin Gaye was shot by his own father. A cocaine-fueled argument turned physical. Marvin had given his father a revolver weeks earlier for protection. His father used it on him. His last words, according to his brother, "I got what I wanted. I couldn't do it myself, so I made him do it." Mac Miller, 26 years old, one of the most promising rappers of his generation, died of an accidental fentanyl, cocaine, and alcohol overdose in 2018. Another artist who never got the chance to show what he was capable of. DMX. Cocaine-induced cardiac arrest at home in 2021. Went 30 minutes without oxygen to his brain. By the time help arrived, the damage was done. He died days later. He was 50. Bob Marley. Survived an assassination attempt, then noticed a dark spot under his toenail. Thought it was a soccer injury. It was melanoma. Doctors said remove the toe. He refused. The cancer spread. He died at 36 in 1981. One of the greatest musicians who ever lived, brought down by a decision he could have unmade. Aretha Franklin. The Queen of Soul, first woman in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, died of pancreatic cancer in 2018 at 76. One of the cruelest cancers there is. By the time you find it, it's usually too late. Jimi Hendrix. 27 years old, arguably the greatest guitarist who ever lived, died choking on his own vomit after overdosing on sleeping pills in 1970. One of the most gifted hands in music history, and that's how it ended. Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and the Big Bopper. February 3, 1959, Buddy Holly chartered a small plane to escape the cold. It took off into a snowstorm and crashed 5 miles from the airport. All 4 on board died instantly. Don McLean called it the day the music died. He wasn't wrong. Janis Joplin, 27 Club, heroin overdose. Found in her hotel room in LA in 1970. Fans still book that exact room today and leave messages for her in the closet. Jim Morrison. Officially, heart failure in a Paris bathtub in 1971. No autopsy required by French law. Unofficially, rumored heroin overdose at a nightclub. Body moved to cover it up. The truth died with him. He was 27. Ray Charles. Went blind at 7, won 17 Grammys, kept performing until his body gave out in 2004. Died at 73 of liver disease, discovered during a routine hip surgery. He never stopped working. The disease is what stopped him. Different eras, different genres, different causes, but one pattern that never changes. Talent alone doesn't protect you. And in too many of these cases, the thing that killed them wasn't fate. It was a decision that could have gone differently.